You gave me an example in our previous recording that if you were eavesdropping intentionally or
Yeah, I
unintentionally,
wasn't doing
and
it
you
on
heard
purpose.
something that upset you.
Yes.
And I have on my list of episodes to record eavesdrop and when we feel emotional about something someone else is saying.
Hmm.
Give you an example.
Yeah, give me an example.
Welcome to the Rosie and Roula show. Marhaba.
G'day.
I was waiting for something on the street, and there was a couple standing a little bit further away. And for people who don't know what eavesdropping is when you unintentionally hear someone talking about something, and
You
then
overhear them.
you overhear them. Sometimes it's intentional. I don't know, when you put your ear to
Yeah, I think often
Hmm.
it is intentional.
It isn't.
Yeah.
And I heard them arguing. And their argument, it's not the words they were saying, it's their attitude towards each other, how they're standing towards each other, and how I felt the tension. And then my heart was beating. And I was like, oh my God, if they're talking to like this to each other on the street, what kind of environment is it in their home? And I emotionally became so agitated and upset, and I just couldn't shake it off of me
Mm.
because I was so worried how this argument will finish and how safe are these people in their house.
Mm.
And this happens with me in multiple times. I don't know if I have some anxious bias about how safe people are in their house that makes me pay attention and feel this way,
Yeah.
or is this something that other people also experience? So I was wondering, do you get emotional when you eavesdrop?
Yeah. Sometimes it's funny. People are just talking rubbish. Other times you think, oh my, like often it's parents talking to their kids.
Yeah.
That can be quite interesting. And I have to be careful, and I'm very conscious I'm not a parent. And it's very easy to negatively judge others because what would I know? But sometimes you think, wow, you're just making the situation worse. Mum, dad, auntie, uncle, or they're being, they might be grabbing the kid or smacking them or various other things. Yeah, that's hard. I Do you go up to these people when you're concerned? When you
No.
overhear them? No, exactly. So what do you do? But it sits with you, doesn't it? Do you worry
Yeah.
afterwards? Yeah.
Yes, yes. It sits with me when also, as you said, with children.
Mm.
With children, this is what crossed my mind. When I eavesdrop and I see parents, as you said, you never know in which state this parent is, how tired they are,
Mm.
how life is for them. But then I think, hmm, how many parents truly believe that uh, pulling on child's ear or smacking them, that's really, really not a way of treating your children or making a point or correcting them. And I feel that because I hear it often, and I don't want to be saying that every parent correcting their child is wrong. It makes me feel anxious because I want to know everyone is safe. I want to know it's going to be all
Coming
right and
from
they're
a
going to.
place of care, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes. And this is where it touches me. But I also eavesdrops on teenagers in their
Yes.
conversations.
Yeah.
And oh, I find this hilarious, hilarious because in my mind, I'm like, oh, the bullshit's coming out of their mouth. Oh my goodness.
I think that's the best type of conversations to overhear. The ones that are just silly and funny and you're like, what are you talking about? It's just funny. It's ridiculous.
And that it's not like it happens very often that I'm
Mm.
eavesdropping, but I like to pay attention to things around
Yeah.
me, as we
Yeah.
mentioned in the other episode. Not only the faces around me, but also the voices, the conversations.
Mm.
Um, it's yeah, it's interesting, interesting.
Okay, I want to clarify something. So for me, eavesdropping means you're doing it on purpose. Like you are
Is
intentionally
it?
trying. I don't know what the official
That's
definition.
eavesdropping.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me
in
check.
the Rosie dictionary. And then overhearing something is when you're not
Yeah.
trying to eavesdrop, but you can hear it. And then so you think, oh, well, I might as well just listen. So you might be on public transport and someone's talking really loudly so you can hear their conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas eavesdropping might be like putting your ear to the door and, really going out of your way to listen to someone
Oh,
else's conversation.
eavesdropping is secretly listen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know myself. I eavesdrop when I see something suspicious.
Okay. Yeah.
I do not eavesdrop when people are having fun.
Right. Yeah.
I eavesdrop when I feel there's something suspicious,
Mm-hmm.
whether the conversation, mostly for safety, for person safety. I don't know why this is a big thing in my head, in my life, in my existence.
Mother's
Um,
instinct.
maybe. Yes, yes. Indeed. So eavesdropping. And for teenagers, yeah, I'm curious. I want to know um yeah, I want to know what are they talking
Their
about?
world and their
How do
life's
they deal
priorities are
with
so different.
stuff? But also, my kids are not teenagers anymore. Well, Liam is 10. He's
He'll
becoming a
be a
teenager.
teenager soon. Yeah.
But my daughters are not teenagers anymore. And I have to admit that eavesdropping as a parent is important, but we must not act on it. We must not act on it. We must, and I don't say like go and purposely. No, if there's a situation, for example, and if
Yeah.
my
Give me an
daughters are listening to
example.
this, will
Yeah.
kill. Okay. So your kid is in a phone conversation
Mm-hmm.
and you feel the energy is wrong, is off.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in the kitchen and she's around on the phone, I try to make silence around me so I can focus on her conversation because I'm eavesdropping. Because I want to know, is she in a good place? Is she handling it correctly? Um, I'm learning about my child from
Okay.
listening to their conversation, but
Okay.
I'm not giving my opinion. I'm not interfering. I'm not saying I know what conversation. I don't mention it. The purpose is to get information behavioral wise, safety wise, but I
Okay.
don't do anything with it.
So, what if this is a hypothetical? What if one of your daughters was having a conversation in their bedroom, door closed?
No, I don't eavesdrop.
Okay, cool. So, it's
No,
just
no, no,
like
no.
if you're in the
Yeah.
vicinity and tone of voice changes or something happens and you're like, oh, is everything okay? And you just sort of try to stop being so noisy and linger around a little bit.
Excellent question, Rosie. Yes. No, I only do it when it's in the same space.
Okay. Now that makes sense because when you first said it, I'm like, really? Eavesdropping's important? How dare you? But that makes sense. That does make sense. And it's a bit hard not to listen to a conversation when someone is in the same room or same area as you.
But I didn't think that now that you're talking about it, I notice I'm eavesdropping. Okay, I don't eavesdrop at, let's say, I'm in the same space where couple is talking,
Hmm.
having normal conversation. No, I don't. My purpose is not to know what they're talking about. For me, I start eavesdropping when I see the body language is changing. There's a threat. There's something happening, and something in me makes me want to know that these people are handling it correctly. They're going to be
You're
okay,
like a
etc.
bodyguard, an undercover bodyguard. Just, okay, is everything all right? Do I need to jump in?
Yeah, I do have these questions in my mind. When do I jump in? When or should
Yeah.
I jump in?
Yeah,
I
I don't
haven't
have the
gotten
answer to
into this.
that.
No.
Yeah, that's a big one. Mm. Listeners, do you eavesdrop? If you're a parent, do you eavesdrop on your kids? Is eavesdropping ever okay? Do you enjoy it? I think we all secretly do sometimes.
I don't know if it's enjoyable eavesdropping. It's such a big responsibility to hear what people
It
are
is a big
saying.
responsibility. But think, when you're listening to a teenager's silly conversation, surely that's enjoyable.
I
Like,
love that. I
yeah,
laugh
that
my
is
ass
fun.
off.
Yeah, yeah. Adults too, actually. Some of the things people talk about.
Yeah. But again, I don't eavesdrop on fun stuff. I eavesdrop on the scary stuff. All right. My sole question to the
Yes.
listener is that when you eavesdrop and you hear something, let's say upsetting or happy, whatever, do you take it with you? Do you feel it in your body, in your emotions?
I definitely do. Yeah. What do they call that? An empath. Don't they call people empaths who really take on those feelings?
Could be, yes, an empath. Yeah. An empath and a narcissist. This is everywhere on YouTube.
That's true. Yeah, they're two buzzwords. All right. Let us know your thoughts.
Bye.
If you got a kick out of our conversation today, can you pretty please hit the follow button and share it with another opinionated person? This is the easiest way for you to support the show. It also gives Roula and I the motivation
Rosie,
to keep
I have
going.
to stop you there. Stop telling people what to do. If they like to follow the show and share it, it's totally up to them. Guys, please, can you help us follow and share the show? Thank you so much. See you next time.
Said.